This is KudzuCreative with another quick video on integrated event marketing. If you're a technology company, there are events you really have to attend, but it's rare that they serve as a true lead generation engine where prospects experience your brand and messaging in a visually compelling way and over the range of media types that really make your brand and message sticky. We've been able to make that happen, so we'd love to step you through an example of that really quickly, from concept creation through execution and lead generation, this time for Tokara Solutions, a top North American CRM consultancy, at an event called Edge. In this case, we had a relatively conservative budget for the event, and from a branding perspective, wanted a theme that was fun and engaging and really got us noticed, and also one we could tie in with a high-demand promotional item people would want at the event. In this case, we chose Altoids-type mint tins with brandable tops. Mints can be a perfect high-demand, relatively low-expense promotional item because people spend all day talking on the show floor, and the enormous imprint area on the top of the tin boxes makes them perfect marketing vehicles. Okay, so the first thing we need to know when we partner with you for an event is, what's your real message for prospects? What makes you different, and why should anyone care? In this case, the answer is that Tokara Solutions has a reputation and track record for delivering tangible, quantifiable business results from CRM. So here you can see that we took the traditional and very recognizable Altoids branding and adjusted for Tokara Solutions. Okay, stepping back for just a second, let's look at what we did when we decided the Altoids mints might be a good promo for the event, and one that would allow us to extend the visual theme to everything we had there. Here you see some traditional Altoids branding, funny, edgy, a little disrespectful, but in the end branding that you like so much you forgive any inappropriateness and take it in the lighthearted spirit it was intended. Of the historic Altoids styles, we chose to mimic some of the more vintage options, so we pulled stock vector imagery that we thought could work from a messaging standpoint and created three main themes that we used throughout the event branding. From left to right and then down, we have CRM that's an exhilarating high without inhaling, CRM that lets you be all touchy-feely without being creepy, and CRM so energizing you'll want to parry and thrust. Okay, so a little corny and campy, but also funny and noticeable, and you can see that with each of the themes, which in this case appear on coasters, we've worked in the Altoids-like mint tin that says Tokara. So from those three themes, we extended our marketing to all sorts of other areas. Large format pieces, here you see a pop-up trade show booth and vertical banner stand, as well as kiosks for the show floor, to signage advertising Tokara's grand prize iPad drawing. Here you see the advertising for Tokara's speaking sessions at the event, with attendance bringing in extra chance to win, and the signage next to the drawing bowl itself, where attendees are dropping their business cards. Now in this instance, the extra chance to win comes in the form of a business card-size branded mini form attendees can fill out with contact information and also drop in the bowl. In these cases, the Tokara mint tin has been replaced in the branding with an iPad for further visual emphasis. And here you see pre-event mailers, also branded of course, that arrived in clear plastic envelopes so the recipients are immediately exposed to the branding. Smaller VIP invitations to an after-hours event once the show floor is closed, offering the one-on-one FaceTime and intimate conversations that probably generate the most leads and/or close deals at the show. And finally, you see a follow-up HTML email banner, "Thanks for reaching out," which was sent to booth visitors after everyone returned from the show. And then here, we see the branded slide deck we created for the show. In this case, we also used it for a looping animated PowerPoint that ran rave testimonial reviews from Tokara's clients about the business benefits they've experienced. And then, when you see all the parts and pieces together, you can really understand the impact it had on people who saw it. So when they say that as humans we have to see the same visual messaging or theming about 7 times before we begin to associate it with anything, and that the more types of media are used, the stronger the association, you can see that a program like this one would really have an impact on people who are exposed to it, because that's really where the rubber meets the road: leads. So here we see what this integrated event marketing campaign achieved in terms of leads. When the president of the company says they pulled in more leads than any of the other events combined, that's really ROI. So if there's anything we can do to assist you with your next event, from a single component to an end-to-end solution, we'd love to hear from you. These are a few of the great companies we've provided work to. We'd love to include you in the mix. Thanks for tuning in.